how you doing? All right, this video is for a particular group of people. If this is not your group, stay here because you might know somebody, so send it to them. All right, so this video is for every person, adult, teenager, or if your child happens to find me, who was raised in church. Now, I'm saying if you were raised in church, we're saying a Christian belief. Your parents believed in Jesus or they sent you to a Christian church. If you have that situation where you went to church, but Jesus did not come into you, meaning that you know you really didn't care about Jesus, and maybe it's a situation where you have church hurt. But if that's you, lock in. Let's talk. So as a church kid, one of my fears, or not fears, but one of my concerns was, how can Jesus use me if I've always been in church? Like, what's going to be my purpose? Like, I haven't experienced anything. Now, granted, I have my vices, but it's not as sensational or charismatic as the people who wasn't raised in church. Like, I haven't done drugs, I don't drink. So I'm like, how am I going to have a purpose if I was raised in church? I was like, well, I feel like I need to go sin. Like, I feel like I need to go like drink something, smoke something, do like illegal things so I can be like, Jesus like did something for me. And here is the story how he came through, right? And one day I was sitting back and I was thinking about this, and I got this idea or this revelation a couple years ago. And that is, there is a large group of people who were raised in other religions or raised in a religious mindset or mentality who need to be free. And if you were not raised in a religious or routine atmosphere, environment, or got that mentality, you can't reach them. So do not think because you haven't drank something, smoked something, slept with somebody, robbed, that you're like, well, I don't know how I'm gonna reach somebody. There's so many religious people. There's not just in our faith, but in other religions, Buddhist, Hindi, blah 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 blah. Those people need to be saved, and they may not be able to relate to somebody unless they have had the same experience. We can only help people who've walked in our shoes. Love you. See you soon.